Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is Wyln News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. Wyln News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. I'm Ryan Prosick. A man who was wanted for a 2020 West Hazelton murder has been extradited back to Luzerne County. Giovanni Morales is wanted for the murder of Jonathan Hernandez, who was found beaten to death in his West Hazelton apartment on June 27, 2020. Morales was captured by officers in November after he was arrested for robbing a bank in Hartford, Connecticut. Morales is currently behind bars at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility and has been denied bail. A man has been taken into custody after police say he stabbed a victim on Friday while wielding a sword and a pocket knife. 22-year-old Dalton Johnson was arrested after officers say they were called to the 300 block of South Lincoln Avenue in Lycoming County for a report of a stabbing. When police arrived at the scene, officers say they found a male with a serious stab wound. Before officers arrived, Johnson had reportedly been pointing a 2-foot-long sword at a pair of individuals who were fighting outside of the residence. According to officials, the victim disarmed Johnson and a fight broke out where Johnson punched the victim in the face. Witnesses say Johnson then proceeded to pull out a pocket knife and stab the victim. Johnson fled the scene but was located by police in a wooded area a moderate distance away from the scene. Johnson is being charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault, 2 counts of simple assault, 1 count of possessing a weapon, and 1 count of endangering another person. He is currently behind bars at Lycoming County Jail on $85,000 cash bail. A ribbon-cutting ceremony was held Monday morning for a new local restaurant and cafe in Hazelton. Forget About It 2 and the Humboldt Cafe were unveiled to the public at the recently renovated Gottstein building on the Can-Do Expressway. The new restaurant is the creation of business partners Nathan Lee and Katie Leonard, who also run the original Forget About It restaurant on West 19th Street in Hazelton. We spoke with Lee about what their goals are for the new restaurant.
We're just trying to give something that this area in Humboldt did not have, which is anything but fast food. Not to put anything down or any place down, but they really didn't have any options for a homemade meal, and it's very affordable. Everything off of the line is $10 for a meal that includes, just a really nice meal.
Lee also gave us an idea of what to expect from the menu.
You can order off the menu. We're doing pizza, but we have really great coffees as well. Iced coffees, hot coffees, that nitro coffee. Katie makes a great iced coffee. And we're doing breakfast as well, Belgian waffles from scratch. We have a sandwich called a brazone. It's a breakfast calzone, and it has scrambled eggs and cheese, and you can get it with sausage, bacon, or ham. And it's deep fried, so it's literally stuffed fried dough, and it's delicious.
Having a cafe connected to the restaurant was Leonard's idea, and she told us why this location was the perfect spot for their venture.
Well, with the coffee shop that came in mind, this was the Poppy Press prior, and when I told him that I wanted to do a coffee shop location kind of thing, this came to mind immediately for him.
While the ribbon-cutting ceremony was held Monday morning, Forget About It 2 has been open for several weeks, with plans for a grand opening in the spring.
We're in our 3rd week, and we're not going to do a grand opening until the spring because we have a really big thing planned for that. So now it's just a matter of opening, working out all the kinks. We did it nice and slow 2 weeks ago, and now we just want to gradually get busier and busier, and we're sure that'll happen in this area.
Forget About It 2 and the Humboldt Cafe are open Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 573 Can-Do Expressway. 2 men have been arrested after police say they participated in 2 separate armed robberies. According to Edwardsville Police, Dwayne Johnson and Destiny Higgins used the social media site Reddit to lure victims to a specific location in order to rob them. Upon arrival, the victims were then held at knife point while their money and belongings were taken. A sting operation was conducted by multiple police departments to capture the suspects. Johnson and Higgins have been charged with kidnapping, robbery, making terroristic threats, and other related charges. They are currently behind bars at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility without bail. A woman is facing charges after getting into a fight while holding a 1-year-old child. Kiana Newman is facing charges after officers from the Pocono Township Police Department responded to the Great Wolf Lodge on February 7th. Officers arrived on scene around 8 a.m. for a reported domestic disturbance. According to police, Newman's mother-in-law told officers that Newman had assaulted her. Investigators say they also found that Newman had been holding her 1-year-old child during the altercation. The charges against Newman are pending at this time. A pair of individuals were arrested in Pocono Township after police say they attempted to hide a sex offender's whereabouts. According to police, a search warrant was executed at the home of Jason Tyson and Aaron Smalley on February 15th, after Tyson had failed to meet his lifetime registration requirements as a sex offender. Investigators say that Smalley assisted Tyson in concealing his whereabouts during the search. Both individuals are taken into custody. Tyson is facing charges of tampering with physical evidence and failure to comply with registration requirements, while Smalley has been charged with possession of narcotics and conduct related to sex offenders. The investigation is still ongoing, and officials ask anyone with information on the individuals to call Detective Ackerman at the Pocono Township Police Department at 570-629-7200, extension 242. Coming up on WYLN News, a man is arrested in Bloomsburg on DUI charges. Plus, Senator David Argyle invites the public to a telephone town hall. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. The Castle Auditorium Community Arts Center will be presenting the United States Air Force Heritage of America Rhythm in Blue Band at the Hazleton Area High School Friday, March 15th. Doors open at 7, concert starts at 7:30. This event is sponsored by the Pasco L. Shivo Memorial Fund of the Luzerne Foundation and the Hazleton Elks Lodge number 200. This concert is free, open to the public. Tickets can be picked up at Boscov's and Laurel Ball in Hazleton, and tickets will be available at eventbrite.com, and a limited number of tickets will also be available at the door. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, my beloved coach and teacher Cy Fulton is going to be on the show, so stay tuned for a lot of words of wisdom.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Detectives in Schuylkill County are searching for a convicted man from McAdoo. Juan Carlos Infante Diaz is wanted by officers after failing to appear at the Schuylkill County Courthouse for a jury trial on November 20th. Infante Diaz was facing charges of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, endangering the welfare of a child, possession of a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Although Infante Diaz was not present at the trial, he was still convicted and sentenced to 7.5 to 15 years in prison. Infante Diaz is described by officials as being a white Hispanic male that is approximately 5 feet inches tall and 235 pounds. If you have any information on Infante Diaz's whereabouts, you're asked to contact the Schuylkill County District Attorney's Office at 570-628-1350. Anyone who sees Infante Diaz is asked to call 911 immediately. A man has been arrested in Bloomsburg after he was found to be operating his vehicle under the influence. Brandon A. Rollins was stopped by police on the 300 block of Light Street Road at approximately 2:40 a.m. on February 11th. When conducting the investigation, Officer Edgar said that Rollins appeared to be under the influence. Rollins was taken into custody where he was discovered to be in the possession of cocaine and marijuana. Police say Rollins refused to take a chemical breath test while being processed. Rollins has been charged with 1 count of driving under the influence, 1 count of possession of a controlled substance, and 1 count of possession of marijuana. Pennsylvania Senator David Argyle will be hosting a telephone town hall on Tuesday, February 20th from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Senator Argyle will also be joined by local state representatives Dan Watrow, Tim Twardzik, Jamie Barton, Joanne Sturr, and Doyle Heffley. During the town hall, the public will get the opportunity to ask Argyle and the representatives about education funding, bridge repairs, bills to combat crime, taxes, and any other state-related issue. If you are interested in participating in the telephone town hall and do not receive the automated call at 5:30 p.m., you can call 877-229-8493 and type in the PIN number 111786 when prompted. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, we recap UFC 298 and more on Let's Talk Sports. Plus, we learn about the upcoming rally at Valley for Gabby on Good News Monday. Then we check in with Luzerne County Manager Imelda Crocomo on Crocomo's Candy Report. So stay right here because we'll be right back on WYLN TV.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to a Monday edition of Let's Talk Sports. As promised, we're going to recap UFC 298, which happened late Saturday night into the early hours on Sunday. I was right about that one. Those fights went very late considering they were in California. But we're going to start off with the main event, Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria for the featherweight championship of the world. And guess what, folks? The belt is going home to Spain with Ilia Topuria. Alexander the Great Volkanovski has been dethroned. He's a loser of three of his last 4 fights, and Ilia Topuria is still undefeated. Volk won round 1, but in round 2, Ilia Topuria caught him with his heavy hands, and Volk got knocked out, which I hate to see it for Volk. Volk's one of the all-time greats, and it just feels like the sport's turning over a new generation, but congrats to Topuria. It was a heck of a fight for as long as it lasted, and, you know, they were right putting the odds closer together, and I was as well, but I was really shaky on this call, and I went back and forth all weekend after I recorded Friday's episode of Let's Talk Sports. So congrats to Ilya, and we're going to get a pay-per-view event in Spain real soon. What's up for him next? I don't know. Maybe Max Holiday, Movsar Evlov. There's a couple of names in the hat if Volk does not want an immediate rematch, which he's definitely earned. And Topuria called out Conor McGregor in his post-fight interview, which would be absolutely insane. But this is huge for the sport of MMA, as this is Spain's first champion, and there was Manchester United posting pictures of Topuria, and I think it's just going to expand the global reach of the sport, which is always a great thing. So congrats, Ilya, and we'll see what's next for Volkanovski coming up later this year, or if he takes a break. But at 35, you can't really afford to take that big of a break. Next up, we had Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa. This fight went about how I expected, except Paulo Costa stealing round one at the end there with a spinning head kick, which if the round was 15 to 20 seconds longer, Robert Whittaker would have lost this fight. But he outmuscled, outworked Paulo Costa. This was one of the more controversial decisions of the night. I don't think he quite deserved 30-27s. You could argue 29-28, because if you give him a 30-27, that just negates all of what Costa did in the last 10 seconds, which was almost put Whittaker out of the fight. So next up for Whittaker might be another title shot against Dricus du Plessis to avenge his one loss. I don't know, but we'll see. We also had Jeff Neal and Ian Gary, and Ian Gary worked his way to a tough decision over Jeff Neal. Kind of like what I thought was going to happen, and he worked for it, and he's a good fighter, but like I said, that next step up in competition may be a tough one. He called out Colby Covington after the fight, and if Colby Covington's at the top of his game, he's going to make quick work of Ian Gary, at least in my opinion. We also had Merab versus Henry Cejudo, and Merab just ended Henry Cejudo's career. There's plain and simple. He picked him up, carried him across the ring, and slammed him down in front of Mark Zuckerberg, and he was talking with Mark Zuckerberg during the fight. Very interesting stuff there, but to see Henry Cejudo's career go down like this, he retired, 3-year retirement, came back out of retirement, lost to Aljamain Sterling, lost to Merab, and now he retired again. And the cherry on top, he didn't even get to have a retirement speech again, as Merab took too much time on the mic. So you live and you learn, I guess. I don't know, but congrats to Henry on a great career again. I'm not sure how that retirement thing works, but impressive stuff for Merab, who will likely get Sean O'Malley or Chito Vera next. So fun stuff there. And then we had Anthony Hernandez versus Roman Kopylov. Anthony Hernandez ended it with a round 2 sub. He was very enthusiastic in front of his home crowd to pick up the win, and he will enter title conversation soon enough. Maybe if he racks up 1 or 2 more wins. But it was a great card, top to bottom, a lot of fun happenings, and I'm looking forward to the next one, as we have Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera for the bantamweight title of the world. Can't wait. It's going to be fun. The card's absolutely stacked top to bottom, and then winner of that's going against Merab, it looks like. So we'll see how they prep for that fight once that happens. But that's far down the line. Maybe like UFC 304, 303 at the earliest, maybe 305. But we shall see how this all comes together. It's a very exciting time for the UFC right now. But that does it for this edition of Let's Talk Sports. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
Stop in to one of our 2 locations,
Route 93 in Nescopec,
or downtown Hazleton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
The Valley Regional Fire and Rescue is hosting a benefit for one of their EMS workers. The Rally at Valley for Gabby is an upcoming event that will be held at the fire station in Drums to help raise funds for Gabby, an EMS worker at the station who recently incurred a serious illness. The rally will feature a spaghetti dinner, 50-50 raffles, tricky trays, and camaraderie from Gabby's fire and EMS family. We spoke with Valley Regional EMS Chief Joseph Lamino about putting the rally together.
The rally for Gabby is something that we all came together as a collaborative team effort. She's part of our family, and as a paramedic, she goes out every day and helps everybody, the community, and now we're trying to help her because she's severely sick, where she's unemployed now for a while, getting medical treatment. She's been sick all her life. Just this time it's really more serious than has ever been before, where she's going to be unemployed. And she's the type of person where she has the biggest smile in the world and the biggest heart, where she's always outreaching to everybody else, and it's now we're trying to help her out this time.
Lamino also told us about Gabby's contribution to the community and the energy she brings to her EMS family.
She comes to work every day with the biggest smile in the world and with the biggest heart. You know, a lot of times she's transporting patients that she's sicker than they are sometimes, ironically. But she always perseveres, comes with a positive attitude, a willingness to help, and never really uses any type of being sick or her illnesses in the past as a disability.
Lamino hopes to raise donations through the rally and get Gabby back to the job that she loves.
The quicker we can help her financially, it's less stress, she can heal a lot faster, and we get her back on the ambulance, where she'll be able to go out and help the community. And once again, enjoy what she enjoys loving being as a paramedic and helping others. And she's the type of person where the focus is never on her. As a matter of fact, she feels very uncomfortable what's going on because she's the type of person that she believes everybody else should come first before she does.
Lamino also told us what he hopes the community takes away from the rally.
We're all here to try to help each other. Some people might not have an opportunity to volunteer. Some people could volunteer as many of the firefighters are, and there's EMS people here also to help out. But it's also a collaborative effect that we're here as a family, here as a community. It's a tight community. In Drums, I've been here for a couple of years now, and I've learned that people are very tight. They look after each other. They make sure everybody's all right. They check on each other. And I think at the end of the day, it's going for a good cause. And we all have to believe in the faith that we're all here to help each other, no matter what function we do in life.
The Rally for Gabby will be held on Sunday, March 3rd from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at 14 West Butler Drive in Drums. Tickets for the rally can be purchased online for $20 or $30 in person. Separate donations for Gabby can be made by scanning the QR code on screen or by calling 570-956-5128.
Welcome back to Crocomo's County Report. I'm here with Luzerne County Manager Romilda Crocomo. Romilda, how's it going?
It's going well. It's good to be back.
We're recovering after the Super Bowl.
I know. It ended up being a pretty good game.
It was a pretty good game. Like I said, we'll have to bring it back on that sports
I'm ready.
soon enough. But
I'm ready. Pitchers and catchers are coming too.
Oh, we'll do that before baseball and make sure to make it happen. But we need to talk about elections because they're coming up really soon,
It's coming up very soon, sooner than people think. So I'm making a plea for individuals who would like to be poll workers to go on our website. There's information where you can contact the Election Bureau to be a poll worker. We need poll workers. They're the backbone of the election. You'll be trained. And I'm making this pitch, please. Democracy matters, and this is a way for you to participate in it.
And if people are interested in working the polls, Where can they go? Who can they talk to?
Well, they can go on our website, which is Luzerne County, www.luzernecounty.org, and go on the election page. Or the Bureau is up in Penn Place in Wilkes-Barre. It's on the second floor if you're in the area and you want to be a poll worker, or if you have any questions about the election, you can go there. We'll be doing some informational sessions as well, live, and we'll have them taped to be on the website so people are aware. Not only the training for the poll workers, but we'll show you how the ballot is going to be set when it is set, and how the machines work. We'll show you how to vote.
Awesome. You learning everything you need to know for this upcoming election, because there's some people out there that aren't aware of these certain things, like maybe say how to vote or how to use new machines. So it's very important to attend these lectures to get up to date on this information.
Right, and we want to make it convenient for people, so we'll have it on our website. We're going to tape the sessions, and you can go on the website and look at it.
Yep, we'll certainly show that below, so because the people need to know how to do this stuff. And
absolutely.
So you had an announcement that you wanted to. I don't know if you wanted to announce it, but you wanted to preview that you had. You wanted to preview that you had an announcement.
Yeah, a little teaser. In the next few weeks, there's going to be 2 major announcements here in the southern part of the county. We're really, really excited about them, and there'll be formal announcements. And I want the audience to know that if you want to see about events in Luzerne County, go to our Facebook page, which is the Luzerne County Visitors Bureau. They'll keep you up to date on all events all over the county.
Yep, and it's important because we do this with State Representative Dane Watrow, but keeping up to date in your local community is so important because everyone's on their phones all the time, and sometimes people get lost in whether it's a great event like the Pizza Trail
Pizza Trail's still going on.
Exactly, or something like that. Like, people miss out on that stuff, so it's important to keep up to date with all of this information. The Facebook page is the perfect place to find it.
Right, and because sometimes I look at an article in the paper or hear about something and it's like, why didn't I know about it? But it's all there. It's all there.
It's always all there. Sometimes it just goes right under our nose, and sometimes you miss things. We're all busy today. But anyway, is there anything else you'd like to inform the people about before we depart here?
Well, we're working hard. We hopefully will get a grant and we can do our asset study about all the assets that the Luzerne County government owns, meaning the buildings, and hopefully we'll be able to use the space more efficiently. And at the next meeting, March, the second meeting in March, this meeting coming up, I'll be doing the state of the county, and we can talk about that more on the next show.
Yep, we will definitely talk about that more on the next show, and we'll get the people where to find it, where to go, who to talk to, all that good stuff on the next episode of Crocomo's County Report.
Absolutely.
But that concludes this segment of Crocomo's County Report. We'd like to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. And that does it for the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest news and updates on our YouTube, Facebook, or at our website at wylntv.com. Stay with us for a look at the weather.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.